You gotta be kidding me. Wow. You gotta be kidding me. So I just spent this YouTube thing, I swear to God, I just spent the last 30 minutes live streaming here. I didn't know I had to actually push the go live button. Used to be as soon as I start streaming with OBS, I was live. Well, apparently not anymore. Frickin' YouTube. So I just spent this YouTube thing, I swear to God, I just spent the last 30 minutes live streaming here. I didn't know I had to actually push the go live button. Used to be as soon as I start streaming with OBS, I was live. Okay. I wonder why it's I'm previewing my stream here, guys. I don't know. I wonder why this camera looks so. I must have a bandwidth issue on that camera. I don't know. It looks fine on my preview here, but it's all pixelated on YouTube. So you guys got to miss out on me pulling the guts out of this computer because I had no idea I had to push the go live button. Let me see if I can up the bandwidth, the bit quality here on this. We'll restart it there. I don't know. So let's go back and recap now that we're live. Good God. I could really shoot somebody at YouTube. No, just kidding. But this is so I just took the server, the previous video I just uploaded, I just took the guts out of that box. That's what I just did for the last half hour, and no one got to see it. So woo, thank you, YouTube. So anyway, let me just see what I look like over here. This could be kind of scary. I don't know why this webcam is so pixelated. It's not like that on my OBS. I have no idea. Anyway, I gotta get this done. So, oh my God, it's so dusty. So, let's just recap everything that I was already talking about before. So, this unplugged. So, the last time I upgraded this computer was about, I don't know, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I don't know. But this motherboard, and this is the Pentium Classic processor, this is what I had in the system in my video streaming system, which we're using right now. And I decided to throw that stuff into here. I don't know what video card this is I put in here. It's a GeForce. So this is the motherboard that came out of that server, and this is what's going to be going into there. This is really dusty. I'm going to have to vacuum this out. Also going to be putting an SSD in here, and I'm looking at the power supply here. Is that really a 500 watt power supply? Let's see what kind of video card this is. I was planning on using the Red Devil. I was using my Radeon Ryzen in this. I'm gonna have to see what this card is. I don't know what it is. So let's find out. Shall we? Wouldn't be a live stream without technical difficulties, right? Okay. So now I will remember that when I set up the live stream on the YouTube side of things, that I now have to push the go live button, even though I'm already sending YouTube data from OBS. That's nice to know. Let's see, I'm trying to... It's a 470. This is GTX 470. I don't know where I got this from. I don't even remember where I got that from. Mother, you gotta blow your computer out more often, okay? This is just kind of disgusting here, okay? I'm sure she's watching at some point, even after the fact. I should almost... I feel like I should be wearing gloves. I mean, I should... What's going on, Metal Lord? Shay? What's up, girl? Woo! Craig Lilly? How do you pronounce that, man? Craig? Okay, Craig. Welcome, guys, to the stream. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, all that fun stuff. Got the Christmas fireplace in the background there. And like I said, I don't know why this camera here looks so pixelated on the stream. Couldn't begin to tell you why. Because it is not pixelated on my OBS at all here. It looks perfectly fine, and I'm streaming. I'm uploading pretty high bit rate here. I don't know. Yeah, power hungry. Whoa. Oh. I wonder if I got that video card off of eBay or something. But that'll be kind of a fun video card to do some future videos with, actually. Okay, got some thermal probes stuck into the heatsink here. There we go. Pentium Classic. I actually specifically got this cooler because it's a much larger version, but still it's kind of more reminiscent of the down blow coolers that were on the old Pentium processors back in the 90s. You know, like kind of like that. You know, that's kind of what I was going for. Was kind of keeping that same look, but obviously on a much bigger scale. Damn. Woo! I guess that'll make for a good Pentium Classic in 2020 video. Is that still worth a damn? Or has that now become a processor for retro vintage computing? Let's see here. Try those Logitech settings there, see if that makes a difference. Okay, I'm going to have to get the vacuum, guys, so it's going to get loud. And I'm going to have to be coming right back to go get it here. See if I can blow a circuit breaker. Alright, I'm going to mute this so you guys don't get your ears blown out. All kinds of stuff floating around. We got a bunch of floaters. We got a bunch of floaters. Okay. Still gonna have to use a rag though to wipe the rest of that crap up though. We got most of it. We got most of it. Okay. Okay. When that cleaned up. Man, I'm not going to really care about doing a terribly perfect job because it will eventually get to this condition again. So, why bother? But we can at least get some of the more obvious stuff cleaned up, I suppose. Okay. I gotta figure out how I want to mount an SSD into there. Yeah, there's always duct tape done, right? Oh, look at that. Oh, I put an Apple hard drive in there. Take a look at that. See if we get the shine off of there. Get the shine off of that there. Where's the camera at? There we go. That Apple logo right there. Where's the camera at? Hitachi Death Star. Actually, it's been a good drive. It's been working, so can't really complain, I guess. Except how dusty it is. Okay, so I think we might be good here because this has screws on the bottom of it. That's cool. So we could use that to mount the SSD to it there. Okay. I'm going to knock the stream down to 30p. I don't know. I don't know why the webcam is so glitchy looking, because it looks fine on my OBS, but high quality main. This has something to do with that NV encoder, but maybe that's the deal. I don't know. Hang on just a second, guys. I'll be back in just 1 second. Let's see if that makes any difference. I'm just streaming at 30 frames a second now instead of 60. I'll look at the stream quality here for a second here. I don't think it looks any different. Unless I'll go back to 60 here. I don't really know, guys. I really don't know. I guess I could increase the bandwidth, maybe. I found in the past, though, when I've had issues with streaming, that didn't really make a difference. We'll just go to 10 megabits. How about that? Because I got 20 uploads, so I can go 10 pretty easily. Let's try that and see if 10 megabits makes a difference. Going from 7.5 to 10, I don't know. I don't know, guys. YouTube seems like every time I do a stream, I have to fiddle with the settings. I don't know why. Let me take a look at. Still using the Ryzen Baby Lake, yes sir, or Bakey Live. Sorry. Bakey Live, yes sir, I am. I'm guessing you're a sir. Yes, all that dust, absolutely. You know what, this Hitachi, you know what? This has been a good drive. I don't know. Yeah, it's because of the height of the light here. Yeah, I mean, it looks the same as the other Death Star drives that have ever existed. I've got now this is an interesting size. This is an IDE Death Star, Hitachi Death Star, but it is a 400 gigabyte hard drive, which is an odd size. So much light, it just makes everything glare off of there. But it's a 2005. It's a 400 gigabyte. Usually these things are 320. Maybe I remember they used to sell 500 gig IDE drives at one time, but I thought I saved that out of a computer because I thought that was kind of a unique size to hang on to. TCAM, I still have some IBM Death Stars around here, man. I got a couple 500 gig ones around, or 500 gig, yeah, 500 meg. I've even got some Travel Stars for laptop drives. Okay, so the cable's out of the way, which is always fun, because then they always get in the way when you least expect it, when you don't want them to get in the way. It's never a good thing when cables start trolling you. It just doesn't work. This case, according to the stamp down here, is over 11 years old. It was made in 5/8/2008. So, yeah, 11 years old. Going on 12. Good aluminum case. See, if you buy a good case from the start, it lasts forever, and they just don't make these anymore. These nice, good aluminum cases, they're just don't make them like this anymore, you know. And it's really sad because it wasn't that long ago they were making these things, but although I really do like the tempered glass cases, though. I do have to say, I do think those are pretty, but I don't know. SSDs, I don't know. It's just incredible how much faster the computer is with an SSD. Unless you leave your computer on all the time and you're just running out of the RAM for the most part, but I mean, it's incredible when you can. It's amazing how much better Windows 10 runs with an SSD. Windows 10 is a pig without an SSD. It's such a world of difference. So do I got some holes that line up here? And it's not like I have to really secure this down all the way, because I mean it doesn't have anything that rotates or moves, so I don't have to be all that great about securing it. I don't want it to stick out too far either. I guess I could get really on this thing and start drilling my own holes. Maybe that's what I'll do. I mean, I can line up one hole there. I can get one hole lined up there, but that's it. Yeah, that should work actually. One hole's better than none. And it doesn't rotate, so it's not like vibration's going to kill it or something like that. So one will do. One will do. Now I'm going to have to move all our crap over to this. This is a 1 terabyte. 1 terabyte SSD, and it is a brand new drive. It's a brand new SSD. It's amazing how cheap SSDs have gotten too. I mean, terabyte SSD, $100 or less nowadays. You know it, Christian. You know it. Absolutely. RIP Windows 7. Yeah, we're having to do some last minute upgrades. You know, everybody in the world has to wait until the last minute to upgrade from 7 to 10. And we've got a client whose primary software, they claim that their software is just going to stop working on Windows 7 after December 31st. I don't know how they can do that unless they artificially put something in their software to make that happen. But guess what? Having to replace 100 computers now, which is fine because we're making nice money doing that. You know, you figure we got at least $100 built into each computer. You know, do the math. You know, making nice money on those. So I'm not complaining too much. But we got some other people that it's like we're actually having to upgrade from 7 to 10. And it works pretty good. I mean, I have to give Microsoft credit. I'm not a fan of Windows 10 by any vivid stretch of the imagination, but I have yet to have one fail the update from 7 to 10. And we've done quite a few of them, but okay, something is not lining up right here. There we go. Did I not get my I/O shield plugged in all the way here, pushed in all the way? No, that's in there. We're just going to have to kind of that motherboard into place. And hope we don't break anything. So we're just going to kind of ease it on over there. And it doesn't really seem to want to ease, so that's not good. What is stopping us here? Something is... These holes don't really line up all that good on this. I must not have gotten the I/O shield all the way in there. It must be what it is. It feels like it's all the way in there. Out. Out she comes! Let's find out what our alignment problem... Yep, there it is. There! Oh! Yep, that's what it was. Didn't have the bottom all the way in there. Now, let's see if we'll get this bad boy in here. And things line up now. Look at that. Look at that. Are these not the right screws for that? Hang on. Let me look at my pile of screws here. Yeah, I should have kept track of where I pulled those screws out of. But I didn't. Okay, it is the smaller of the two screws. Okay. For some reason I'm not feeling like all the screws that I pulled out I have enough here to put back in for some reason. So I did use one on that SSD, so that means I'm going to have to find another one. No. There we go. Just ease it on in there, nice and steady, like a rock, like a rock. Okay, this is the part where I have to find more screws, unless there's laying over here. Let's see what's going on in chat here, folks. Shay Shay? Shay Shay, I see you, girl. Yeah, I just put in a brand new Dell T440 server, and so I got back their old T420 server, which the chassis is virtually identical, except they just don't have a Dell logo on the side of the new one. But literally the chassis is identical, but the T420 uses the 2011 Xeons. The box already has 32 gig of RAM, and it's got both processors filled in it, both Xeons, so it's 12 cores. Now they are 1.9 gigahertz, 15 meg cache per processor, so I'm itching to get to that box. After this is all said and done, that's going to be the next project, because that's going to become the new video editing workstation, most likely, with its RAID 5 hard drives and all that. But the new server I put in, we did do Server 2019 and migrated to Active Directory, moved their data over. I didn't really have any issues with it, so I do have a copy with a key of 2019 now, and that I may end up putting on this. I'm still running Linux. I'm still rocking the Linux on this system, so we've been going, I don't know what I did, 2016, something like that's when I went to Linux on this box. So I may use this as my experimental Server 2019 box to see how that works as a workstation OS. I noticed that it is build 1809, so it's a little bit behind Windows 10 build, but I don't know that it really makes a whole lot of difference, because 1903 kind of sucked. 1909 seems to be okay, but I mean, I haven't really, honestly, I haven't had a problem with Windows 10, and I found a couple pretty nice pieces of software that disabled all that telemetry crap and lets you remove, which you can remove all those Windows 10 apps with CCleaner. But these other utilities I found that turned off the telemetry and all that monitoring crap also wiped out, lets you remove a lot of those programs. So Windows 10 is so much faster once you turn all that crap off. But with an SSD, solid state hard drive, it's just so much faster. It's hard once you go to an SSD. You just can't go back. I mean, I don't know. I gotta find my screws here. I'm lost without my screws. I wasn't really planning on having to find any screws, but apparently I'm in need of screws. I used to have a big jelly jar full of screws, and I don't know whatever happened to that. Maybe it's in my drawer down here. Kind of like maybe this whole thing right here has got a whole bunch of screws in it, I bet you. Oh, there you go. 2 gig compact flash right there. That's one of my vintage retro experimental things right there. Those kind of work. They're kind of odd performance on those things. I don't know. And they work. I mean, I just noticed those compact flash to the IDE controller adapters. They seem to have this weird kind of, like, they write okay for a while, and then all of a sudden they kind of get laggy, and then they start working fine again. And when you're writing in DOS, just trying to use it as like a regular DOS hard drive over on a 486 or something like that, it's just kind of odd. And I don't know, it goes compact flash cards, I don't know how many read-write cycles those things have, and when you buy them used on eBay, how worn out they are. So I don't know if I would necessarily trust them, but you know, I don't have anything on my vintage computers that I care to lose. I mean, it just kind of sucks to have to reset everything up what's so nice about DOS is that you could just literally copy it to a folder on your server and just store it, and just copy it to another 46 and just move it around. You don't have to run imaging software and all that crap. You just copy and paste, you know, just copy and paste. Just, the world has gotten worse. It's gotten harder. Let me guess, I'm going to... No, hey, look at that. The power plug is the same orientation. So I can just go right into the motherboard and not have to worry about trying to turn this big old thing around here. If I can get all the pins to line up here, but there we go. And this one is the same way. Look at that. See, it's like it was just made to go in here. I mean, the cables are lining up perfectly. It's just... Before I go any further and get too far ahead of myself, I'm going to do what I said I was going to do a while ago, and that is put some new thermal compound on this. Let's see what the chat has to say. Adding and removing rolls is broken in 2019 update program. The only I didn't have a problem with it, but I don't know. I mean, the rolls I did was DHCP, DNS. Did not do an Exchange server. Got them off Exchange. I'm trying to get as many people off Exchange as I can. We got them onto Google. They only had 2 people in the office. They don't need Exchange. So I mean, it's just basically it's a basic file server, and then their accounting software uses an SQL database on the server. So I just put SQL 2019 on it, and backed up the database from the old server, imported it to the new server. I didn't have any problems with the rolls, but I didn't remove any after I put them on. I just put them on and configured them, and I didn't have to take them off afterwards. So I wouldn't be surprised if there aren't bugs with 2019, because it's Microsoft, okay? I mean, you know. Internet Exploder, that's right, DK. Internet Exploder. Absolutely. Get that internet. On any server, I don't even bother trying to go through all that garbage with Internet Exploder of all the content blocked and going into security and allowing this and allowing that and blah, blah. I just go Firefox install, done. You know? Firefox install, done, delete icon, you know? But the Sonic walls piss me off, because these Sonic walls only seem to work now with IE, and I don't know why that is. Maybe the newer firmware's fixed that or something, but I've got a bunch of Sonic walls out there that I can't log into with Firefox. They just give a security error, and it won't let you proceed. It just says, F you, you're not going to go anywhere. And I say, okay, F you, Firefox. It even does it with Chrome, too, so I just have to say, well, IE it is. Absolutely, Avenge. Or Average Retro. Average Retro Gamers. I like that name. That's what I consider myself, an average retro gamer. I'm not a big channel. HP DL360. Those are nice boxes. Yeah. Everyone's got their personal I know how to configure Sonic walls because I've been doing it for like 10 years, 12 years, so it's second nature to me. I don't mind the Sonic walls. I used to for small businesses like 5 or 6 users, I'd save them money usually and just get the Netgear Pro Secures, but now they've changed those too, so that you have to pay for everything on those in order to enable any of the features. So I'm like, well, I'll just get the Sonic walls then. I know how to configure them and import and export, and I know how to keep everything nice and neat in groups. And I've actually had other tech support people compliment me when I actually had Sonic wall years ago had to have them log in because there was some little issue that I had no idea what, and I couldn't find anything in the wonderful Google gods at that time, and the SonicWall guy had to log in and looked at it, and he was like, "This is really nicely set up here." I was like, "Well, thank you very much." I spent a lot of time setting up groups and objects and making sure the SonicWall was clean. For a while, I was running a 1366. My gaming system before I did the Ryzen build was a 1366, and I was running an X56. I don't remember if it was a 75 or I think it might have been 72, but yeah, I still love those 1366 Xeons. Those are great. Although mine was, I was running it on I've got videos on my channel of that, actually. I can't remember if that was that an Asus or an ASRock or Gigabyte? Might have been a Gigabyte motherboard I was running that on. With the X58 chipset, I think it was. Yeah, Christians, some of those older Macs are like that with that hard drive sensor thing. You don't put that proper hard drive back in those Macs, woo! There goes the fans, right to max. Yeah, that was frickin' Apple. I don't know though. All these companies seem to suck in various ways nowadays. I don't know. I hate it when someone customer asks me like, what's a good computer to buy? I'm like, I don't even know that question anymore. To be honest, it's like I'm like, you know what? It's all made in China. It comes all off the same assembly line. Go for a Lenovo. Why not? Or Dell. I sometimes push people to Dell only because from a repair standpoint, I can usually get parts for Dells cheaper and they're more readily available. There's some of these HP's Pavilions that I couldn't get either. The casing was like $200 just for the case, and which always breaks. That cheap plastic where the hinges go on the back panel that always tears off from the base, so you got to replace the base, and sometimes the plastic on the palm rest also breaks too. Then you got to replace both of those. And I've had some of those where I either couldn't get the case, or people wanted $200 for the case just for the plastic case by itself, and I'm like, why is it possible? People always buy the model that you can't get parts for. It's like I could get parts for just about any other model of HP, but this particular one, it was just a nightmare to find anything for. And I gotta find my thermal compound. I've got to find my thermal compound, my thermal compound, my thermal compound. All I want for Christmas is my thermal compound, my thermal compound. All I want for Christmas is my thermal compound. Which drawer is my thermal compound in? I haven't been messing around in here for a while, so now I don't remember where I kept everything. I mean, I know where this... Oh, there it is. No, that's a marker. And I got this stuff. I got this stuff. This is my cheap gold stuff. Which I guess we'll use if I can't find my other stuff. And maybe I used up all my other stuff. That's very likely. I may have used up my good thermal compound. I didn't really think about that, actually. I should have looked to see if I still had my good thermal compound. this stuff is any good, this old Roswell stuff. I don't see it sitting up there anywhere. And I just drop that way, don't I? Okay. I don't smell that anymore. I think that's all dried up there. No, there's still some on there. No. This isn't my good stuff, but it's probably okay. I'm gonna get it out of the bottle. And see, it's computer's fingernail polish or computer guy's fingernail polish. It's the same dang thing. And I don't think there's enough in here to make it worth my while of trying. Dang, I usually keep that tube in that drawer. And since I don't see it in there, that's can only mean one thing. Yeah, I should probably just use the other thermal compound. I'm gonna have to change music up here. This is kind of getting. I'll keep the fireplace on. I like the fireplace. Yeah, nice and festive. I'm kind of getting tired of the Christmas music though. Let's just go ahead and mute that guy. And I'm going to. I've got a bunch of copyright-free music here, so we'll just go ahead and play on some of that for a while here. It's actually not too bad of stuff. Let's do the next song. I'll load up my playlist here. Here we go. That'll work. There's some good stuff there, I think. Get those locked back into place there. Woo. I have a thing about that Intel logo not lining up the right way. I just hate when people don't do that. Sorry for anyone that doesn't line it up the right way. That's bugs me. Alright, let's try this again because I didn't want to clip. They didn't even. Damn Intel coolers. I guess I'll orient it the wrong way. Why not? I'll go this way with it. I'll go this way. Yeah, I'll go this way with it. That works too, I suppose. I can live with that. Okay, something is not right here. What the heck did I do wrong here? Why does this not want to clip down here? Out of the way first, actually. Right over here.
Two sniffs off the glass of that cocaine. She's out of this world, Buzz Aldrin way. I know she ain't trying to cause problems. When she wears the skinnies, all the drama's gonna follow.
And let's do this. This port looks good. I can get it to go in there. That port looks good. So go ahead and shove these back in the heat sink. Why not? Not that you can see anything on that panel anyway, but hey, the cables are there, so why not? I don't know. Used to be a really nice LCD display on this thing with the backlights kind of faded out over 10 years, 12 years, how old this case is now. So. Well, now this is an issue. There's no fan header right here on this motherboard. No fan header right there. Gigabyte, I mean, come on. I could put an M.2 on this motherboard, huh? This is a pretty serious motherboard. I'm not too shabby. Not too shabby. For being free, I mean, I'm not complaining. So I'm going to have to undo my little thing. I think this is just a little twist tie I used. Look at that. I was thinking. Just undo that twist tie and we'll just run this to parts unknown, I guess. Let's see, how is this going to work here? I'm just going to go shooting for that CPU optional port, plug, header, whatever technical term you wish to go with on that. We'll run this under here so that it kind of holds that cable out of the way. Just like that. Oh, let's take a look at the chat here. The big tower. yes, this is the same board that came out of that rack mount. I was recording earlier and I didn't hit the start stream button on YouTube, which apparently you have to do now. Even though I used to be able to just hit OBS, say start streaming, and it would just automatically kick on. But like for the first half hour of the video that didn't get actually posted to YouTube, I was pulling this out of that rack mount case. Okay, so we've got a speaker. I don't even bother when these new computers I build. I don't even bother with a speaker anymore. I mean, all they do is beep, maybe when you turn them on. I don't even bother with the speakers anymore, but. Hard drive LED, which one is, of course this case doesn't tell which is positive, negative, but positive should be the red wire. And if you're colorblind, you're screwed. God, these little wires, these little wires right here for the front panel, I don't know why they can't figure out something better than this garbage. I mean, new computers you build today, it's going to have all. I mean, they had these clear back at the beginning of computers in like 1977, you know? XTs have these, 286s have these. Let's see, that's a power LED. This is reset switch. Wait a minute. I wonder if PLED is the same as power LED. So I got a power LED and I got a PLED LED. Well, I'm not sure. That's tricked me before, so I'm just going to go with the safe bet, and we're going to go with the power LED. Reset. Okay. $13.94. There we go. A Firewire header right there, which we don't have any place to put that. USB. We got USB. We got an USB. I guess that's the right orientation, and we've got the front audio, which I guess we could plug that in. Why not? It's there. And then we'll just leave the Firewire unplugged, because motherboards don't come with Firewire anymore. For the most part, there's probably someone will say, "Oh, there's this one out there." Yeah, I know. There's probably one or two, but for the most part, motherboards, Firewire is very dead. Oh, my chat is not keeping up here. Where did my chat window go here? What's up, Wolf? I keep wanting to call you Nintendo, man. You need to just change your name to Nintendo Wolf, because that would be pretty cool, too. Just change the L to a D, man. Nintendo Loop? Loup? What? How do you pronounce that? Loup? Loop? I don't know. My chat is like kind of like hidden behind my say something window here. I don't know. YouTube. Okay. So we've got the SSD. We got the power cables. It does not have USB 3.0 on the front. This case was 12 years old, guys. No USB 3.0 on the front. Would have to buy a 3.0 panel, or maybe somehow go in and replace these to 3.0. But yeah, how often do you really use the front panel, front USB ports? I don't know. Shay, I see you, girl. I see you. Woo! Nintenlu Wolf, is that how you pronounce it? Nintenlu Wolf? You know, TCAM, I really haven't been keeping up on the new Ryzen stuff. I love mine, and I know they're a little bit faster and they're more energy efficient, but I love mine, and I just don't see a reason to switch mine out right now, but might wait a couple more generations. I mean, last time I tested mine doing some gaming, I was just tickling the processor, so I can probably go a long time without having to upgrade that thing. It's going to be a long time before I'm going to need a couple more video card generations. Well, then we might start looking at upgrading the processor, but I don't know. Now, if I had some kind of sponsorship, AMD, hit me up. I'd be happy to air cool one, or water cool it, or just build a system with it. I mean, I'd love to upgrade my system and say sponsored by AMD. I mean, that would mean my channel was made, right? You know? Yeah. Okay. I think I've got everything put back together. It sure did seem to take longer to go back together than it did taking it apart. I gotta put the video card in still. I do have to do that, but I can put my couple screws away here. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting that, to actually doing some real testing with those dual 2011 Xeons, because that's going to be pretty nice. I want to get a nice baseline for the system and then start looking at upgrading the processors. And I think when I had started poking around those servers, that motherboard, I think I had read that those support up to V2, and I think it's just a V1 in it right now. Yeah, no. Yeah, Wolf. Yeah. I think people that on YouTube that pride themselves on, or that claim they pride themselves on not taking sponsorship, or just because they never will get any, so they wear that as a badge of honor. I'm not gonna ever get any. I mean, I'm not Linus. I'm happy to see that Retro Hardware. I'm glad to see his channels boom, because I really like him. He's got a lot of very interesting stuff in his collection, and I'm glad to see him not only uploading, but also that he's got a pretty big following. I was amazed at how fast he's grown too. The way YouTube has done this stuff with needing 1,000 subs and a certain number of watch hours before you can get monetization. I mean, it's really difficult anymore to start your own channel and get discovered, because you can't become a YouTube partner without that monetization, and you don't get your videos promoted anymore unless you pay YouTube to promote your video, which I think is pretty effed up. At least that's the way it seems to me anyway when I'm looking at that, so I don't know. I really believe that I'm going to have to pull this out and wait until I put the video card in. I really believe that YouTube is wanting to go to a Netflix-like subscription service, and that's part of all these changes, not to mention the COPA thing, but that's really YouTube's fault. They shouldn't have done what they did in the first place, and now everybody's getting punished for that, for what they did. But anyway, I think they want to go to a Netflix-like subscription service, and they want to get rid of all the people that they deem to not be within a certain quality of content category, whatever they feel meets that, like a certain minimum. They're looking for a certain kind of quality and people's production, I guess, or maybe viewership, so that people are like, oh, well, more better content that people will be willing to pay for, $7.99 a month, Not like they haven't been trying that. YouTube Red, that failed. I think YouTube TV I don't think that's gone anywhere. I don't know. Let's see here. Yeah, YouTube's algorithm. I keep reading people that claim they say, well, hey, you do this and do that, put these tags, all these tags and stuff in your videos. I mean, I'm experimenting with a channel right now I just created, and it's got like, I think I've been doing it for like, I don't know, 2 months, 3 months now, and my highest watched video is like 68 views on it, and the other one, my latest video is like 3 views. I'm like, yeah. Okay, so we do have a 6 and an 8 here. Cool, look at that. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who you gonna appreciate? Oh, of course the connector's got to be backwards from what it was before, so now I gotta bend the cable back into a new position. Oh, it's going so good. Didn't have to do this with any of the other cables, but this one decided it's going to be a stinker. I guess that's AMD versus NVIDIA. They put their connectors on back asswards. Or bass backwards. And there we go. Got a little twisty and a flippy. And that is one thing I do like to do on these, is just kind of use the cables to kind of help support that video card a little bit. But the Red Devil, baby, woo! Yeah, right. I'm not telling what my name my other channel is on here. Come on. That's it. I'm just toying with it. I've got a few ideas, but yeah, okay. I wasn't really going to promote it, but if you really insist, I will. How many people? I got 19. Well, I only got 19 people watching in here, so it's like. So I'm trying to do a channel of just doing walk around tours and fast food reviews, because I thought fast food reviews were kind of a popular thing on YouTube, because you got Review Bra on here, and it gets like 150,000 views from talking about the newest pizza at Pizza Hut. But yeah. But yeah, it's my other channel is called Spanky Chooches, and I call it that because Chooching is like, I know someone told me the other day that chooching means something completely different than this, but in some other language. But chooching is kind of like walking around, going to places, like locomotion, choo-choo, locomotion, walking around, And Spanky is Spanky Ham, which is the cartoon pig from Drawn Together, the TV show Comedy Central Drawn Together. The perverted pig. So I used to just go by Spanky Ham on YouTube. That was my super secret name for chatting on YouTube, and then I decided to actually do something with the channel. So people that knew me under that account, I decided to leave half the name there. But anyway, if anyone's interested, go look at Spanky Chooches. I've got a blue hand for the logo. Just to whoop that butt there, spank that butt. Kinda, I don't know. But anyway, I think we are about ready to give this big old beast a firing here. And see if we get a literal firing. I'm going to have to get my keyboard out. I actually was going to sell this video card, but I sat on it long enough that it's become useful. And you know what? I can't use that plug because this is a digital of the holes on it for the adapter to fit into. What's going on, High Treason? My brother from another mother across the pond. Well, I'm gonna be back. Gotta get another drink, guys. Okay, let's take a look and dust that off there, because gotta get that. Yes, it is a power PC and cooling silencer. Yes, it is. So there's my DVI connector right there. DVI monitor. And I gotta get a power. We all need power. This isn't one of these new fandangled computers that just runs off of air, and sun. So I have to plug power into it. So this processor, I believe, if I remember from when I took it apart, this is an i7-4790S. Too bad it's not the K, but now if it was the K, you can bet your bottom dollar I'd be keeping it. I heard a beep. The Red Devil. Go ahead and turn that off there. The Red Devil. Oh, we're booting into Windows 10. Oh, crap. Getting device. Well, that saves me having to reinstall it. Shoot. Wireless power. Okay. So we got all of our fancy little lights are lit up there.
Even though the freedom is love, and we question the way that the sunset, everything comes alive in the heartbeat. Feel lost in the fears of the moment. Feel so free. This is what breathless feels like. I can feel the sweet release. With your love, there's no end inside. It's like eternity.
So that way probably works better, I suppose. I think it's still a pretty good looking case. I don't know. We got Windows 10 booted up there. If I can set the camera up here or not. That was what I'm previewing with the stream there. You know, DK, a lot of people have left YouTube because of that reason. Not to mention the new rules and COPPA, and I figured I'm just going to stay here until they kick me off. I mean, I don't know. Your hardware settings have changed. Please reboot your computer to take effect. Tell you what, though, I mean, it's the right resolution and everything on there. I mean, I'm impressed. Looks like I'm going to have to uninstall a couple things, but that's what I like about Windows 10. You can take it from one computer to another computer, AMD to Intel, vice versa, and it just works. You might have to reactivate it with another Windows 7 key, but it's really nice. It's really handy that way. I mean, there are things I like about Windows 10, very much so, but I'm gonna have to run my utility, and I got a lot of stuff I'm gonna have to uninstall on here. Damn. You know what? I think I'm just gonna do a fresh install of Windows 10 because you know what? It's gonna take like 15 minutes with an SSD and off a thumb drive. So I'm just gonna do that. I mean, why not? Where's a USB 3.0 port? Yeah, let's go ahead. So I hope this boots off of 3.0 ports. We shall find out. Oops, I moved the camera, didn't I? Hang on, guys. Hang on. Dang it, I missed the boot menu thing. Shoot. We'll try this again. Oh, crap. Let's just move the arm. I got this arm out here to hold this camera into place. Where's my clamp at? Here's my the camera, the official camera holder for the channel here. Let's just, well, no. Sorry, guys. How did I get that to hold before? I guess that's going to have to work. It's just going to have to be good enough. can see the monitor, so. Alright, what did that say, the gigabyte thing? I thought that was F something. F9? F12. F12. I didn't do it fast enough. Got it. See, it just goes by so damn fast. I mean, yeah. Now I'm going to do it again here. Where's my keyboard at? There's my keyboard. Alright, let's try it one more time here. F12. Really? The end session app is preventing me from shutting down. Fucking Windows 10. God. Of all the things to stop me from shutting down, F12, biatch. Really? Really? Okay, I've hit the F12 button. And this isn't one of those keyboards where you have to hold the function key down for the F keys to work. We're gonna do this. You know what? I'm getting mad. Really? So apparently it's not enabling my keyboard at start up here or something. So let's try a different USB port here and see if maybe that's what does it. I'm just gonna do that because I'm a little upset here at this thing. Why aren't you enabling the keyboard? There we go. Look at that. Change your USB port and bam! Oh, there we go. Look at that. God. Now I want to. No, the mouse doesn't work. Now the keyboard doesn't. Why? It worked before. Now it doesn't work. Okay. Wow. Okay. Let's just go ahead and throw this keyboard away. And we'll get another keyboard, like an Apple keyboard, because Apple is awesome like that, and it just works, right? Let's just plug this into the front port, because I'm tired of dealing with the back port. And look at that, we have a keyboard. Let's do the UEFI, because that's the modern way of doing things, right? Workstation issues. You know, Paul, you're always having computer problems, and I don't know why. Always having problems, Paul. Yes. Yes. Well, I don't know if I've seen that particular one average, but I have seen, like, if you go into one of the screensavers, you go in there to edit the colors, that it has the same color palette that Windows 3.1 had, which I find really hilarious that after all these years that would still be there. Yeah, I got a product keyboard, not going to use it for that. Oh, this should be fun. Why doesn't that work? There we go. And then we'll do... Oh, it's E, not N. Okay, well, anyway. Alright, let's take a look at the chat here. So are you talking about your Hazel issue with the race? Really? Oh, really? No. I think High Treason, it's time for you to go Ryzen, my friend. Because I mean, unless somebody else in the chat here has a different idea, but I don't think those have had that particular problem. Be a good excuse to go back to AMD, my friend. I like this keyboard because it's nice and convenient because you got the touchpad right there, so I don't need to get a separate mouse out. But when it don't work, and it don't make me happy. So. Kind of funny how Windows 10, it's like it sits here at this part for a little while, and all of a sudden it gets to the end, it's like done. I know, Paul. You've got interesting requirements for a motherboard, dude. I know. I just literally built like so far 75 of them, which is the Ryzen 3 20. I think we did the 2200s in them, just a little 4-core one, but haven't had a problem with. Just used the cheapest ASRock motherboard we could find for $50, and I don't know. They seem to be pretty damn good. I'd rather have a faster chip in them, but. I mean, those 2600s are like $100 nowadays. I mean, those are good chips. I don't know. I would have thought you'd gotten more time out of your Intel, though. I know you spent a lot of time putting that together, piecing it together, and you'd buy one piece here and one piece there. That's a real shame that thing fell apart already. I guess you could just get another processor for it. I'm sure the motherboard's fine, isn't it? I don't know. Oh, okay. Well, that's what I'm going to be putting that server I've got that I just decommissioned and brought home. That's got two 2011 Xeons in it and 32 gig of RAMs, and so I'm going to be converting that to my video editing workstation. I got all these 3 terabyte hard drives I'm going to put in there into a RAID 5, and it's got 600 gig SASs in it right now, and it's super slow as you know what. And I don't really feel like spending money on hard drives right now, so I'm just going to run with these 3 terabytes I've got right here. And in RAID 5, 4 3 terabyte hard drives still do pretty good. Plus, I got a brand new server I just built because I put in 4 2 terabyte in it, but I ordered the server with a 4 terabyte drive, so. That's going to be fun. It's a brand new drive, not been used yet. So that's the fun thing when you get to order this stuff for clients. You get to spec it with certain things that you know you're probably not going to end up using in the server, and then you just get to take it home with you. You upgrade your own computer then. See, that's how you do that. Yeah. Yeah, so for your situation, you'd have to be looking into Threadripper then, for what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know. This stuff all costs so much money nowadays too. Hard drives are definitely one of those things that you probably have to buy brand new, but I don't know, motherboards and processors and RAM, they last so long nowadays. I don't know. I think you can go used on that and still be pretty good for a long time. Although I'm basing that off of the way things are in the States, or I don't know what it's like over there for hardware availability and pricing and stuff. I know it's a little bit different over there, so. Well, I'm thinking of a used Threadripper. Since I mean, I think we're up to like, aren't we third generation Threadripper by now? So I'm kind of thinking of like maybe a used first gen Threadripper. Have you thought about, Paul? Have you thought about going to like a fiber inside your house instead of gigabit? Or are you running gigabit anymore? Are you on gigabit? Or are you on 10 gigabit? Or what are you on? I don't know if that would make any difference in the networking stack, but I mean, I push 100 to my server here with just a standard hard drive. I'm pushing 100 to 120 megabytes a second, which isn't terribly great, but it's adequate for what I need to do. Yeah, I don't have internet. Continue with limited setup because I told you I don't have internet. What do I want to call this? What do I want to call this? I should call it the devil, the red devil. My mom would love that. Well, I mean, it'd be a good time to maybe start playing around with Linux, Paul. I mean, I'm telling you, it's not that hard to set up. It's literally no harder to set up than Windows Server. I know you've set up Windows Server OS, haven't you? I mean, to set up Linux as a file server like I have, it's literally you just install a package and configure it. And I have a web configuration that I used to make it easier on there, but there's so many tutorials, Paul. I mean, I don't think you would have any kind of problem learning how to do it. I mean, let's put it this way. If I can do it, Paul, you can do it. I mean, now I still do have my issues with Linux, and it's not so much with Linux itself, there's just this weird performance. Chrome performs best on Linux. Firefox kind of sucks for video playback. And Kdenlive still has performance issues, and I've decided they're never going to fix that. But you get what you pay for, and it's free. But there are some higher-end video solutions for Linux. But anyway, if you're just looking for a file server or something, I mean, if I can set it up, I know you can set it up, Paul. I mean, I just went on Google and like, how do you do this? Yeah, that's basically all I did. YouTube videos. I mean, I figured it out. I guess I'll just put my mom's name in it and call it good there. Don't need a password. The most memorable password is the one you don't put in. I'm going to decline that. God, I can't believe I can't just arrow over to that. You know, this kind of sucks trying to do this without a mouse. Where's a mouse? Maybe my other keyboard will work now. Nope. That's kind of weird. This thing must have just... I always kind of wondered if this thing didn't have a break in the cable. Well, that sucks. Well, I'm going to have to actually get a mouse out. And this might just end up becoming a hole in the wall on its way out the door. Oh, where's a mouse at? Where is a moose at? That's not already plugged into my computer. Do I have... Yeah, I've got this wireless one right here I can use. There we go. And it works, okay. Now I gotta find something to use it on as a pad. Let's find the box. I think this box will work good for a mouse pad. Sort of. Let's try that side of it. Nope, does not like that at all. It doesn't even work at all on that one. There it goes. Jeez. Well, it is a Microsoft mouse, so I suppose that should be expected for it to kind of be herky-jerky here. Usually this thing works better than this, though. Yeah, I'm shaking it like a ball mouse. It's like, let's get it to work in here. So it's like, why isn't this working? I mean, I'm literally no more than... I mean, I'm not even a foot away from the receiver here, and it's not working. That's pretty sad. Must have a weak battery in it or something. Yeah. Hi. Welcome to the best operating system. Yeah. Still rocking the XP, huh? Wow. Still rocking the XP. I might do a live stream on Christmas, I don't know. Been intending on doing a live stream for a while, but I just haven't really something's always up to do and people to go and places to see and all that stuff. Oh my goodness. So how's everybody doing tonight, huh? Still gotta find a mouse. Let's see if this mouse works. My little netbook mouse here. Notebook, I guess. Netbook, yeah, notebook. Oh man, Atom 230, dang dude. Woo! I half expected you to say your NAS was running a Pentium 166 MMX or something, dude. So I mean, although I'm not sure that the Atom is really all that much faster, to be honest with you. I remember when people were just wetting themselves over those little Atom processors. Long, long time ago. Yeah, why not? Stupid. Microsoft told you I don't want to set it up as soon as you hit the internet. Boom, it's like, let's finish setting up. No, I'm not going to do anything across any of my devices. That's another thing that's nice about Windows 10 is that when you activate Windows 10 to a piece of hardware, it just is reactivated when you reinstall. It's just such a wonderful thing. I mean, there are a lot of things I love about Windows 10. I really have to say, but there's also things I really hate about Windows 10. And because of that, I hate things more than I like things, I guess. No, I mean, honestly, I mean, Windows 10 for me, I mean, on my Ryzen box, it's been perfectly flawless. Everything runs on it. It doesn't crash. It just works. And it was free because I've got, like, if you've got a Windows 7 Pro computer sitting around, you got a key, Windows 10 is free. So you know, High Treason, my Linux box, my Linux server, I used my, when I was putting it together at work, I brought my, it's a Dell box. I brought my little kilowatt meter because I was tweaking it with hard drives and processor and stuff like that to get it down to the lowest possible wattage. And at idle, like it would be sitting pretty much during the day when I'm gone to work or sleeping, doing nothing, that thing only runs at 27 watts. Now I've got it set to power down the hard drives to get that, but are we done? Okay, so it wants me to do a reboot. But that, I think it's an i5 I've got on that thing. I don't remember which i5 it is now. But I actually tried an i3 in it, and the i3 actually consumed a little bit more power than the i5 did, which I thought was really funny. But so that's what I run. Is that even like right now, it's probably 35 watts of power is all it's consuming right now. Just with, I also have it as my firewall gateway for the network. Since I got this 400 megabit internet, I wasn't going to spend a lot of money on a lot of money on a router that could handle that. So I just took my server, threw in another gigabit Intel card in it, enabled the routing in Linux, and voila. Yeah, but if you look at 27 watts, literally it's not, well, it depends on how much they charge you per kilowatt where you're at, but it's literally like not even $10 a year where I'm at. I don't even think it's that. It might be $5. It seemed like it was maybe $5. I'd have to look at that again. Basically, it's like practically nothing to want to run it. But I didn't have to pay anything for the box either. It was just scrap parts I put together at work. Because I wasn't going to spend $500, $600 on parts just to save. I mean, my old server was doing 65 watts or 55 watts or something like that. So I was like, well, my goal is just to cut it down to half of what I'm using now. But I've got like 4 hard drives in there. No, maybe I got 2 hard drives. 2 hard drives. Each card has. That's why I didn't put a video card in it, because I'm like, yep, there goes another 5 watts just for the video card. 10 watts or whatever it was. I'm like, yeah, we'll keep that out of there. We'll just run the onboard. Oh, that's good. Hydroelectric, baby. Woo! One of these days we've got a something that's popular here in the States apparently, that I've come recently to realize. We have one here locally, but I didn't realize how many of these exist in this country until I started looking. But we have these arcade bars, and I got one locally here, and I was thinking about Monday night. There is, for $10, you just game until closing on out, like the pinball machines and the other arcade machines over there. They give you a little card that you swipe in front of. It's got a little Wi-Fi box that gives you credits. So the last time I was there, I was playing the Halo game, beat the game, but judge is sitting there like, swipe, 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 credit, 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 you know. And I was thinking I asked them if I could live stream from there, and they said it wouldn't be a problem. So I was kind of thinking about getting on my phone, and one of these days, I don't know when it's going to do, one of these days maybe go in there and live stream from that arcade, playing Hydro Thunder and some pinball games and Star Wars, and having a good old 80s experience, 80s, 90s experience there. The only problem is they play their music really loud in there, so. Looks like, according to my thing in the corner of the thing, I've been on for an hour and 54 minutes now. I'm going on 2 hours. Hard Drive and arcade. Well, I used to play Hard Drive and High Treason, man. Well, I did play it on the Sega too, but yeah, Hard Driving, man. That's one I didn't see at the arcade when I was there. They didn't have that one. Used to have that one in the mall. Have you thought about High Treason? Seeing if you could just have a vinyl printed up of that logo and just cut that out yourself and apply the vinyl to it, just kind of make your own. I mean, I'd say I don't know if you're going to find one around you unless somebody's got one that was in a flood or something. I don't know. Is that a an idea? Is that a Mullet Man? An idea for Mullet Man there to be playing hard driving there? Haven't seen Mullet Man come around. You must have kicked him out pretty good there, huh? Giving him the royal boot there. Or did the council give him the royal boot? I saw your boy Boris Johnson won over there, and his little Brexit plan passed. Which I don't know if that's good or bad. Old Nigel Farage hasn't been on YouTube for a while on his radio show, so I haven't been listening to what's been going on over there the last month or so. Varmints ate his hair. You let your mice out? Is that what happened? High treason. Your mice ate ate his hair. Mullet Man's hair. Those rabid mice you keep in the cage there. The Red Devil. The devil you know is better than the one you don't. This is a really pretty good card. This card is only just second to the 980. I do really like this card, but I actually like this card better than the Vegas 64, to be perfectly honest, because it's so much cheaper than the Vegas 64. I was not impressed with that card for a $500 video card. I was not impressed with it, and that's why I got out of it when it was still worth $500, because I was not impressed at all. I really like the 980 Ti I put in there. That might be a little bit of a power hog, but I don't really care. I don't run the computer all day, so. Wish I had a good place to clip this thing too, but. Jeez. I guess I could get, well, I don't have a tripod mount for this camera though. I wonder if I could set him right here if he, oh shit. Almost thought I'd turn the camera off there. This is a Dasny P2 Plus HD. It's actually a 2K camera. It's an action camera. I bought it like, I don't know, 3 years ago as I had plans to use it, and I never did. I'm running it off a battery right now, and it's actually been doing pretty good. That's why it's a little grainy, because I'm going from 2K down to 1080, so I don't know. It's probably because of the lighting too, probably. I don't really know for sure so why it's grainy, but it's better than the damn Logic. I don't know, the Logitech cam looks fine on my screen, but I don't know why it's so pixelated on YouTube. I don't know. This one looks fine on YouTube, but I don't know. I'm just using the camera on the Logitech right now because I'm lazy. Stretch this out. Doesn't remember the window size. See, there you go. There's an annoying with Windows 10 right there. I've stretched that out like every time I've rebooted it. Doesn't stay. You say you got yourself a 730, huh? Yeah. This is actually, I've got two of these cards. One of them is in the Phenom 2 that I am in the middle of doing a video recording on right now. How does Phenom 2 do in 2020? And then I've also got the original Phenom 2. The original Phenom also, not 2, also. So we're going to look at Phenom 1 and Phenom 2 and how they work with Windows 10 in 2020. So we are up to date. Wow, I find that hard to believe. Okay. I'm going to have to copy that stuff off that hard drive, I guess. I don't know what's on there. Dang. I wonder if that had Windows 10 on it before. I could just clone it to the SSD if I was thinking about that. I don't have the cloner. I've got 3 clone boxes at work that are great for doing something like this, but I don't have one here because I don't really need one here. But it would be handy right now if I could just clone that hard drive to the SSD. All right, Christian, take care, man. Thanks for coming in tonight. Appreciate the support, everyone. Yeah, there's a lot of... I don't know what it is about these fake cards. I don't know. I mean, I don't know why there's a value for faking a 730, for God's sakes. I mean... And I'm really surprised at how much money people still pay for the GT, the 700 series in general. I'll be back, guys. I guess while I'm, before I close out the video here, I guess I might as well run a few benchmarks on this and just see how this thing's doing. I don't expect this for Cinebench to really be a different score than it was in the video when it was in the server chassis, but I mean, that shouldn't really be any different. That fluctuates a little bit, you know, just because that's the way stuff is, but yeah, that's like our Radio Shack here. Those all closed up a few years ago, and now they kind of sort of are making a comeback in the sense that there's products being sold under the Radio Shack name, and they're kind of partnered with other stores to carry their products, but yeah, I've kind of gotten away from replacing capacitors. It just never seems to really work. Doesn't ever seem to be really worth the effort. There's my Cinebench. You go through all that work of redoing those capacitors, and I don't know, it seems like it's a really, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Okay, let's go ahead and run the CPU bench on this. Wish I had a place I could set this little camera where it wouldn't fall over. maybe that'll work. Huh. That was awfully grainy. I don't remember that thing being that grainy last time I used this camera. I almost streamed from my phone, but it would have been better video probably. But I don't have a holder here right now for it. Do 734. So it's scored 6 points lower than the last time I ran it. So that's just the way this stuff is. You run it once, it's this number one. It's a little bit faster here, a little bit slower that time. That's basically the same as it was before. That's still a pretty good number though. I guess they got that 4770K on the list there. I guess that's the one right above that. See if that'll... They must got that sucker overclocked because it says at 4.4 gigahertz. See at the camera. It says at 4.4 gigahertz, so they must have that sucker overclocked. But it's only it's not even it's not even quite 100 points faster than this chip at that speed. So I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't looked to see what this one turbo's at, but. Let's do a 3D Mark bench here real quick. Oops, I didn't want to do that. I was going to tell it to ignore that. Oh, it doesn't say it that. No, that's because I didn't run it now. And that's fine. Yeah. Ah, okay. Used to be called Tandy. Okay, well that was Radio Shack. People just don't fix their stuff anymore because stuff really isn't fixable anymore, you know? There's only some of us weirdos out there that try to still do it, but really this stuff's not really meant to be fixed. I mean, sometimes we get lucky replacing the capacitor, but Scooby, what's up, man? Welcome to the chat. Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you? Woo. Yeah, just get your stuff together, 3D Mark. Installing DLCs. I saw that Steam's got a big sale this weekend for Christmas. I'm doing pretty good, Scooby. I'm probably going to be hitting a couple beers after we're done here tonight on the stream. Chilling on some YouTube videos. I'm sure somebody's doing another live stream tonight. Yeah. I really have been thinking about doing my own Quake 3 server there, man. I did enjoy that night when getting people to come in. I was on there one of the Quake servers the other night, a couple weeks ago, and there was nobody going around. I was like, this is boring. I probably could set one up on my server, actually. The only trick is though is I don't want people to know what my IP address is. That's because I know that there's going to be people, friendly or otherwise, trolling me, trying to DOS my IP address. It's the only reason I haven't done it yet. I got to figure out. I hate to go through a VPN, but used to be back in the day, you could set up Quake 3 servers on other servers, but like for a fee or something. But I don't know. It's been. I would like to set one up though. That would be a lot of fun. Have the official Wayback Tech server. Oops. I think the camera's a little drunk tonight, guys. It just kind of fell over on its face there. Man, he started with Jack and Coke. Holy moly, man. Woo! Yeah. Oh, I was watching the preview there and it fell over again. I was like, wait a minute here. No, it didn't. That confused me there. I can't believe that Quake 3 won't run on your any of your Athlons, High Treason. I just can't believe that. I mean, I was running it on it should run on a Pentium 3 if nothing else. I mean, everything runs on a Pentium 3 for God's sakes. It's got to be the video driver. I don't know what else it could be. Yeah, mine does too, but mine doesn't change very often. I could just see somebody DOSing us in the middle of the stream. That's my only real issue with it. Low battery. Well, there went the camera, guys. There went the camera. And unfortunately, the power plug is blocked by the HDMI cable here. So there goes that for tonight. So I got 2 hours out of that battery. I did try to charge this before I did the stream, but I didn't get quite a full charge out of it. Well, I guess we'll just have to switch over to the webcam here, I guess, as the primary. That's the wrong mouse. Sad this is supposed to be a 1080p. Just go ahead and kill the capture there. Alright, let's see how that ends up looking. Woo, guys. Hello. It's just really odd. I've never had a problem with Quake 3 running on any computer, man. I mean, slow. Yeah, slow. I mean, I'll give you that, but that's just so bizarre. You don't have a Pentium 3 anymore, huh? What? What? I'm gonna keep the butt. Silly cat. Huh. That surprises me that that doesn't run on there. Genuinely surprised, Paul. I thought you still had a Pentium 3. I thought you had a Tualatin. I'm already 5:30 here in England and already bearded up. Damn. I mean, I've even ran it on Pentium 4s, Paul. I don't know why you couldn't run on just a bog 478 Pentium 4 with an AGP video card. I mean, a GeForce 2 MX will run that game pretty good. I know you've got some of those laying around, I think. Thought you did. I've run it on the GeForce 3 and the 4 and the 2 MXs, and I don't know if I've got a 2. The 7500, the Radeon 7500 seemed to run for me, but dual copper. Okay, yeah, the dual copper mines, yeah. This benchmark's definitely a lot smoother on this computer than it was on that Phenom 2. Phenom 2, this was like and the frame rate there. But of course that was with the little GT 730. I don't know what it would do with the Red Devil. I will say this card does get impressively warm though. I mean, it's definitely kicking out some heat. What, cat? What? What do you want? Silly animals. This is doing a benchmark, right? Okay. 25, 26 frames a second. I mean, this is a pretty stressful benchmark, so that's about right for this video card. That's what it was doing on the Ryzen system. Huh. Well, I know. I mean, Quake 3 is, I think, either software or OpenGL. I don't recall if it's Direct3D or not. Seems like some of those video drivers had issues with OpenGL. Seems like there's something with OpenGL, but I don't know. I don't know, Paul. That's just really odd. Because, yeah, I mean, there's some of these streams I've played it on with a Celeron, and other ones it's been with an Athlon, and I don't know if I've done a stream with a Pentium 3, but one of these days I'm going to get that dual Tualatin setup put together into a case. If nothing else, just for the sake of having it at fingertip grabbing, reaching levels there so that I can just plug it in and turn it on and connect it to a capture computer and just start streaming on it. It's kind of what my goal is just get all these, some of these systems at least put together as systems, and then I could just plug them in, turn them on, and sit down and have some good old gaming. Instead of having to, you know, right now I've got a lot of stuff in bins and got to pull it out and set it up on the bench, which is fine too, but I like the idea of actually having some pre-built systems along with the other stuff. Other stuff. This benchmark sure does seem to run a long time. Running benchmark, time spy, CPU test. Woo! Let's just see how hot that processor's getting. You know, no, that thing's not hot at all. Processor is not hot at all. That cooler's not hot at all after running this benchmark. So I don't see the reason to upgrade the cooler. I mean, that's perfectly fine. ID Tech. $4,302. That's all right. That's pretty. The frame rate looks about the same as it did on the Athlon, the Ryzen. I don't think I've got the numbers anymore here for the Ryzen. I'd have to run those again, but that'll be plenty enough for World of Warcraft. So that's what this computer's going to be mostly running. This World of Warcraft. So. Yeah, let's see here. What time is it anyway? 10:30. Okay. Time is off on this computer. Let's just go ahead and take care of that right now. Okay. I don't know why this camera's not very good. It's supposed to be 1080p, but I call bullshit on that. Oh well. And the colors are off too on it. Alright. Alright, Bark and Rudy, thanks for stopping by tonight. Appreciate the support, man. Have a good Christmas if we don't see you again before then. Alright, well guys, I think we're going to go ahead and conclude the stream here too. I think we've got a little over 2 hours into it here, almost 2.5 hours, and got what I set out to accomplish here tonight. We got Mum's computer upgraded, and I'm going to have to transfer some stuff over from the old hard drive to the new, but I'm not going to waste your guys' time with that, so that's not going to be any fun. So I think this will be a good computer. She plays mostly World of Warcraft, and I'm going to have to get her into the new Roller Coaster Tycoon games. I think she's going to like that too. She used to play Roller Coaster Tycoon back in the day, but I have to get her a Steam account, I think, so she can buy some $8 games maybe. But anyway, guys, I think that's going to do it for me tonight, and I thank you all for coming in and supporting the channel as usual. And as always, thumbs up are appreciated. I don't know what I'm going to be on again for another live stream, but maybe hopefully maybe Christmas night or Christmas Eve night. I do want to start working on that server I got to convert it to a workstation. So appreciate y'all coming in. I think for the most part it worked out pretty good tonight, even though our camera battery died. I think I got 4 hours out of this little thing last time. That's what we were just streaming on there with the main camera. With the little HDMI output there, so. Let's take one last look at the chit chat here before we close it off here. Hate that there's a delay in all this. You know, I set it to low latency. Alright, guys. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. I hope you all get everything you want from Santa. And well, like I said, I'll try to do a stream between now and then, but if I don't get around to it, like I said, Merry Christmas. And nothing else, I'm definitely going to do one for New Year's. Because why not, right? We'll have ourselves a New Year's block party. Maybe we'll do some Quake 3 that night. I think that'll be pretty good. So, alright, guys. Peace out. And again, thanks everybody for coming in tonight. Woo!